What's up, guys? Welcome to Box Football, and we're here to talk about Mr. Shoes himself, Cristiano
Ooh.
Ronaldo. And at the age of 37, Jack, he just won't stop. He is the most relentless thing I've seen in years. We're not talking about like a average sport that we're playing here where you can sit back. Football is, 90 minutes, you're up and down, you're covering 10 kilometers. Plus, this guy's still doing it at the highest level. We've had greats retire early 37 and he's still doing what he does. Puts up
Well,
a hat
James,
trick.
as well, real quick, like if Man United aren't going to choose to play well at any point this season, if Ronaldo does it, he might be just picking the best time to start playing well because on Tuesday he's playing against like some of his favorite opponents. So
Jack, like we'll get to that, but he puts up a hat trick, Jack, and it's not
a
just an
great
average
hat
hat.
trick too, by
Jack,
the way.
the first goal stunning, second
Yep,
goal was a great poacher's goal, and the last goal, Jack,
unbelievable.
what a
James,
header!
James, heading is so hard. I cannot get this across to people. Maybe this is just me. Heading the football is so hard. Unless it's coming right at you and you're heading it back the way you came. Heading a football is so difficult. What my biggest pet peeve in football, James, is when a commentator says he should be burying that when it's like a really difficult header. I'm like, dude, have you tried heading a football? It's so difficult to get that
That,
on target with power, beat a goalkeeper. Anyway, rant
the
over.
craziest thing about Ronaldo's one is that it's in a muddle of players. It's not like
Right.
it's just him and one. Jack, he's players surrounding him, and he still manages to rise. It's a bullet header into the top corner, and I'm like, wow.
Concentration's wild on that, yeah.
The at the start of the year, you heard people saying Ronaldo's the problem. Get him out of the football club. He doesn't press. He doesn't this. He doesn't that. He's not the same guy. All that sort of stuff. We get it. He's 37. But Jack, we still see how valuable he can be to this Manchester United team. And the question is, Jack, is that should Cristiano Ronaldo stay at Manchester United next season, or is he better off going somewhere else where he is going to want to find the success like he wants overall? Where do you think Ronaldo will be next year, Jack? Because bear in mind, Jack, he could be at a football club with no Champions League football, and you know how Ronaldo feels about the Champions League, Jack.
James, I think the difficulty here is if you actually think one thing or another, if you break it down, it's actually a lot harder than you think. Because if you want to just jump on the bandwagon and go, he should go. Man United don't have Champions League. He's a Champions League. All he cares about is winning the Champions League, winning the Ballon d'Or. Yeah, but where? Where's he go? Seriously, and I'm not trying to be disingenuous or flippant here at all. Like seriously, back to Real Madrid because I'm pretty sure they have their eyes set on Kylian Mbappe, Erling Haaland. Barcelona? No, I don't think so. Good luck with that. They've already signed every attacking player in the world over the January transfer window. Juventus? Probably not. Probably also can't afford them. Any other team in Italy? No. Bayern can't afford him. No. Paris Saint-Germain? If Paris Saint-Germain want to like dig themselves a bigger hole and sign another superstar, another ego for some new manager to come in and try and manage, then great. If maybe it's Zinedine Zidane, maybe it works. Messi and Ronaldo on the same team, we'd love to see that. But is Ronaldo going to take the PR hit of going anywhere else in the Premier League? Also, who can afford him? Man City? I thought they were looking at a new striker, Erling Haaland, somebody like this. He's not going to go to Liverpool. They can't afford him. So, James, his options start going down a little bit here. So, I think unless he wants to somewhat call it a day, and again, I don't mean this in a disrespectful way. It is what it is. There are levels to this, you know what, as James likes to say. USA, you're writing off your career. China, you're writing off your career, right? Go play in, what was it, Dubai or whatever, like Saudi Arabia. Like, yeah, you're writing off your career. If he still wants to play in Europe, I think it's only two options. A Paris Saint-Germain, and I don't think they're necessarily going to want him, but we'll see, or staying at Manchester United without Champions League football. I think for both sides, it's best that he leaves. But James, where? Like I said, I know I've spoken for a long time here, but where? That's my
Jack,
question. Where?
I don't think it's best that Ronaldo leaves. I
Okay.
feel like, to me, Manchester United are in a bad place, Jack. And one thing that I realized that is the biggest problem is that they lack good characters.
Right.
And you need a player like Cristiano Ronaldo in there. Forget about what he does on the football field. I'm looking at the point of view as an individual character, as a guy who wants to win, as a guy who will do everything, who does everything right off
Right.
the field. He is a character that Manchester United need in their dressing room. And
Right.
if I'm Manchester United, I'm asking him, Ronnie, Give us that final year. Yeah, he might not feature the way that he wants to do and want to start, right? He'll be turning 38 that time. But for where Manchester United want to go, Ronaldo, to me, plays a big part in it. Yeah, he can set up the club for the next 4 or 5 years to be great. Yeah,
But
he
James,
might not be there in that time, but Jack, I think that he will play a big part in where Manchester United go if he does decide to stay.
look, I agree with you. We look at the win percentage of Manchester United without the man. I think it's 22% last time I checked. When he does not play, Manchester United win 22% of games. Guys, 22. Good for most managers over the course of their career for bigger teams. You're looking at 55, 65% win percentage is usually pretty good over the course of their whole careers. Without Cristiano Ronaldo, and Ralph Rangnick, it's 22%. That's ridiculous. That's absolutely ridiculous. But my question though, James, if you're a new manager coming in, especially if you're somebody who's just left a dressing room, Mauricio Pochettino I'm talking about here, you've just left a dressing room of big personalities and big people. You think Mauricio Pochettino is going to be a big fan of walking into a dressing room with Cristiano Ronaldo, Bruno Fernandes, Paul Pogba, these kinds of personalities? Do you see what I mean? Like, James, listen, if the play is Zinedine Zidane is Manchester United manager, we're keeping Ronaldo, Pogba's gone, somebody else has gone, they've signed a player here or there, boom, let's go for it. Cristiano Ronaldo, let's make the most of his last 2 or 3, I'm going to probably be saying this in 10 years, but productive years left of Ronaldo, then I get it. Then I totally get it. Eric Ten Hag, Mauricio Pochettino, and still having to deal with the Cristiano Ronaldo distraction, I don't think it works. Because, James, you and me are going to be sat here in 12 months' time talking about Mauricio Pochettino or Eric Ten Hag being sacked because of the same problems. That's why I think this is a very tricky situation for all sides.
I feel like it's first of all going to depend on what they do in the summer, Jack. I feel like if they get it right, to me, down the middle, I think in that midfield area especially, then they have a chance, Jack. Yeah. You know, I look at Manchester United's biggest problem, and I look at the midfield three. Paul Pogba, to me, cool, time for you to leave. Bruno Fernandes, you might need to stick a rocket or like up his ass. Is Fred good enough? No. Is McTominay good enough? No. Those are the players.
Good squad players, though. No, I mean, I'm okay with them on the bench. Yeah.
Aaron Bissaka, you got to ask a question right there. Could we get someone in that can challenge him and be even better? Yeah. You know, maybe Luke Shaw side too.
Sell him to Atletico Madrid. Just get it over and done with.
You know, Harry Maguire. If they can sign another striker to challenge Ronaldo, or learn alongside Ronaldo, why not?
Cavani's going to go. Mason Greenwood is at this point totally blacklisted. And James, hey, listen, we'll let the legal system do its job. Okay, from what I've heard and what I've seen, it's pretty damning evidence. But if he comes back for whatever reason and he's not guilty and all charges are dropped or whatever, he'll come back into the side and that's fine. But at the moment, and I'm projecting, this is conjecture, but I'm predicting at the moment that the forward line is going to look like Cristiano Ronaldo. I mean, Marcus Rashford maybe, but he's been rumoured to leave recently too. Manchester United might not have any strikers apart from Ronaldo left come the summer.
But Jack, to me, that's not a bad thing because you look at the majority of these guys. Has their tenure in Manchester United run out? I do agree so. Rashford, been great for the football club, but could Manchester United get a decent amount of money and move on from him? Why not? Paul Pogba.
The Mbappe replacement has been the rumour, hasn't it? At Paris Saint-Germain. I mean, these guys are chalk and cheese. Any Man United fan out there who even at the time was trying to compare these two, you're eating, you're doing some sort of drugs like crazy.
Listen, we're not going to get into that stupid argument there. That's to me that's ridiculous. But
disrespectful.
Trust me, if Manchester United can get it right through the summer, I'm not saying that they're going to win the league, but as long as they can get through the summer, get the right players in, get the right manager in, especially
right.
Yeah. Jack, as long as they're challenging for next season, because it's not easy to me. It's not easy. I realize to mount a challenge against Liverpool and Man City, Jack, is almost impossible.
Yeah,
because the consistency level is ridiculous.
Yeah, it's
but
crazy.
If they can just somehow just challenge them, you're not saying win the league, but challenge them, they're going in the right direction.
Well, James, as well, just to kind of come off the back of that point here, Liverpool are coming up to a point here where they're going to have to rebuild soon. We know what's happening with the Mo Salah contract situation. Mo Salah wants more money and Liverpool aren't willing to give it to them. They're playing the PR game right now. Oh, Mo, do you really love Liverpool? Because if you do, you take less money. Whereas Mo Salah's camp are probably going, well, if you really love me and think I'm so great, why don't you pay me more money? Like, yeah, I'm not going to lie. James, I feel a little vindicated in my take on this. If Mo Salah was as great as everyone kind of makes him out to be, right, and everyone sees him to be, and he's been fantastic this year. Let's not get it twisted. He's been fantastic this year. Best year of his career, in my opinion, in terms of just individual play. But I think Liverpool not wanting to pay him what he wants, I think that kind of says it all. If we're being totally honest, Man City, Pep Guardiola will move on at some point. We don't know when that's going to be, but he's going to move on at some point. You know, there's a space here for Manchester United who are still going to have the money to always remain somewhat competitive to fill that gap. But like you say, James, they have to make the right decisions here, or else it's going to be the same stuff again. Turbulent times as per usual.
Decisions.
And James,
decisions.
They didn't play well against Spurs. It was not good. It was an exciting, entertaining
Spurs
game.
were the better side.
Yeah,
when
for
you
sure.
have that guy who can just Ronaldo, to me, he's the ultimate player when it comes to he can separate any sort of game. Any sort of game. And
it paves over the cracks.
You've seen that there. You trust me. If they remarkably get Champions League football, Arsenal don't mess up. It might give them a bit more confidence to want to be at the football club next season.
But James, that's the kind of X factor we're looking at here. Like, let's be honest, this is the X factor. This is the X factor that we're dealing with. You look at the XG from the game. Spurs should have won the game. I don't think Man United even had one XG over the course of the game.
They had like 0.6, 0.8, like 86 or something like that. So they only had one goal I was expecting.
Ronaldo had like 6 of 8 of the shots or something like that on target, or 6 of the 8 of the shots were
5 shots on target, 8
shots on target,
8 shots overall.
3 were goals, right? And Spurs goals were an own goal and a penalty. It was a crazy game, and it was not a good Manchester United performance. So again, let's not Man United fans who left and were like, wait, we're back, we're going to be killing. Like, nah, you'll be losing to a mid-table team in a week, I swear.
But guys, let me know, should Ronaldo stay or like should he go? Manchester United fans, do you want him? Do you want to keep him? Comment down below. Let us know, guys. And this is Box to Box Football. We will see you next time.